Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Black Creek, starring Cynthia Rothrock, uh, Richard Norton, and Benny Urquidez. Not sure I'm saying that right. There's a lot of old action stars from the 80s and 90s. They've all been assembled. It's a little like the Expendables, but it's in the Wild West, and then it turns into sort of like one of those John Claude Van Damme movies where he's like in a tournament. I don't know if it's a tournament, but it kind of looks that way. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, Don the Dragon Wilson. I remember him. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 15. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Thanks to all who came out tonight for the Sayreville Historical Society talk and meet and greet. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to the Historical Society, the Cuneo brothers, and everybody else involved for having me out. Next up, tomorrow, I'll be at Farmers and Bankers Brewery in Woodstown, New Jersey, from 5:30 to 7. All right, so this is starring Cynthia Rothrock, Richard Norton, Keith Cook, Don the Dragon Wilson, R. Marcus Taylor, Patrick Kilpatrick, Tracy Melchior, Forbes Riley, with Eliza Kelly, Brandy Futch, Jody Nolan, David McDevitt, Douglas Vermeen, Sandra Fernandez, Vince Cesare, Benny the Jet Uquierdes, Keith Vitale, Keith Indo Copeland, Christopher Howard, Angelo Borer, Alan G. Moser, Steve Ross, and Charles Sheffield. And a bunch of these guys are like B action stars, kind of like Cynthia Rothrock, really. It's not rated yet, but I imagine it'll be rated R for adult situations. How many executive producers you got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, interesting. Directed by Shannon Lehner and Mike Muller. Mike Muller. Or Moyer. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Is there a screenplay on this thing? Or does it not have a screenplay? Oh, there it is. By Cynthia Rothrock and Robert Clancy and Jeff Gress. Gress? Is that how you say that? Sorry, I'm really butchering names tonight. So from Cynthia Rothrock's production. All right. I mean, the stunts look great. The fighting looks totally on point. You've got, breakaway stuff, and they're doing the old-timey falls and stuff like that. But, like, scenes like this, not quite as realistic, especially some of the blood scenes look a little cheesy, but it's a B-rated film, like a B movie. So, I mean, if you know these guys, I know Cynthia Rothrock, and I think I've seen Don the Dragon Wilson in something. I mean, I like these movies with lots of kung fu. I don't know if they're really doing kung fu, but they kind of are in the Wild West. So, I don't know. I like the fighting. See this scene. I don't know if that's. I don't think they're really using blood in that scene. I think that's just an effect. It looks a little stiff, but like the fight scenes look great. So I'm not sure why they bother to put in like scenes of a guy getting beat and blood spurting up. Like, you don't need it, in my view. They could have just put the blood on the guy's hands and cut to a separate shot of him going like this, and his hands are all bloody. Something like that, or he just gets sprayed with blood. Like, I don't know why you would use an effect like that, but also the music's not great at the end, but I can live with it. I mean, for the kind of movie it is, my expectations are not through the roof. I don't expect this to be amazing. I expect the fight scenes to be pretty good to amazing. But I don't expect the plot to be too much. And you can see the lighting isn't super. You're not bowling me over with the lighting and production value. Some of the outside shots look fine. Like this kind of stuff looks good. But the inside stuff, This guy seems to be acting. He's bringing some good energy. So I think there's a lot to offer here. I mean, it's a little tough to tell because the focus of a movie like this... See, that's a cool shot. I love that shot. The focus of a movie like this is on the fighting. And the fighting will be good. Will the script be good? Maybe. It might be. I don't know. I wish they could. I would love to write a movie like this. And I could deliver. And I have written screenplays like this. And let me tell you something. I'll write you a good one. Good dialogue. Good plot. A whole thing. Because I love the action. Oh, I can't jam enough action into my screenplays. Especially something like this. You just tell me how many guys you got doing the fighting. And I'll put them all in. Whatever situation you want. So, I would give it a chance. But I like these kinds of movies. So first act, I'm actually kind of not sure. I think in first act, Cynthia Rothrock comes into a western town looking for her brother, and he's already dead. So she kills all the guys who laugh at her and obviously killed her brother. Then she gets caught up in, I don't know, some kind of weird fight club where she's constantly fighting dudes in the middle of this corral, I guess. That's what it kind of looks like, but that doesn't really make sense to the overall piece, but maybe. Like, maybe because she killed those dudes, now she has to fight a bunch of dudes in a tournament in this town, or else they're going to kill her or kill her family or whatever. Or this is her chance to get revenge because one of the guys in the tournament is the guy who killed her brother or something. So, or maybe they're forced to fight. I'm not quite sure. But then after that, Cynthia kills everybody. After killing everybody, she kills the lead bad guy, and it's over. Would be my guess. All right, let's read the write-up. Cynthia Rothrock, Black Creek. It's a good name, too. Let's see. Black Creek is a dark, gritty, dystopian Western action martial arts drama featuring a strong, no-holds-barred female protagonist portrayed by action film star Cynthia Rothrock. The plot centers around a sheriff's sister who seeks revenge against the terrifying leader of a group of outlaws after discovering he brutally murdered her brother. Doesn't really discover that so much as they brag about it. His wife and other family members in a gritty southwestern town. All right. I mean, she looks, that's a badass pose. Badass. So, I think it has something to offer. There's a lot of badassery in this movie. Clearly. The question is, does it hold together? Or does it just give you badass moment after badass moment and then the movie ends? Like, oh yeah, everybody's dead. All right, goodbye. Yeah, I would say it. So they're probably looking for distribution still. I don't know. But they've got an official website here. I certainly could see this on streaming. Absolutely. The theaters? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. 50-50 in the theaters, but definitely on streaming. Yeah, it's my kind of film. Hopefully the dialogue matches this badass shot. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. So thanks again to Sayreville Historical Society. Don't forget Farmers and Bankers tomorrow at 5:30 in Woodstown for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Then on Saturday has changed. Initially, I was going to Albert Hall. I'm not going to Albert Hall now. I know, I've been talking about it for literally months. But without going too deep into it, they decided that my material wasn't family-friendly enough. So there may be an opportunity to go back at another time. I don't know. But in the meantime, Saturday, I'll be at the Williamstown Fall Arts and Crafts Festival. So it's in Williamstown. So not in Warren, not at Albert Hall on Saturday. Williamstown, that one's 10 to 3. So that should be a good show. It's a lot closer for me, so at least I don't have to drive. So hope to see you there. We'll see you